Have you ever wondered if you could have a clone, an identical copy of yourself? Welcome to the intriguing world of human cloning. We've all seen the concept of cloning in movies and science fiction novels. The creation of a genetic twin, a precise copy of oneself. It's a fascinating idea that tickles our curiosity and stirs our imagination. A world where you could have a double, a spare you, is intriguing and in some ways appealing. But is it merely a concept confined to the realm of science fiction, or is it a possibility that science could bring to life? Human cloning is a topic that has long interested scientists and the general public alike. It's a subject that speaks to our human desire to understand life at its most fundamental level, to unravel the mysteries of our genetic code. It offers potential answers to some of the most profound questions about human identity, individuality, and mortality. However, the reality of human cloning is far more complex and controversial than what science fiction presents. It's not just about creating a carbon copy of oneself, it's about the intricate process of manipulating cells, about understanding the complex interplay of genetics, environment, and individual development. It's about exploring the ethical, social, and legal implications of creating a human life in a laboratory. And then, there's the question of why. Why would we want to clone humans? What could we learn? What could we achieve? The answers to these questions are not straightforward. They're tangled in a web of scientific curiosity, potential medical breakthroughs, and ethical debates. Human cloning is a topic at the crossroads of science, philosophy, and morality. It's a subject that invites us to question our understanding of life, of humanity, and of ourselves. So is human cloning a mere figment of our imagination or scientific possibility? To answer this, let's delve into the history of human cloning. Did you know that cloning is not a new concept? It has roots dating back to the 20th century. Indeed, the birth of cloning can be traced back to the early 1900s. It all started with the humble sea urchin, when German scientist Hans Driesch separated two-cell sea urchin embryos, resulting in two complete organisms. This was the first hint that every cell in an organism held the complete genetic blueprint for that organism, a fundamental principle for cloning. Fast forward to the mid-20th century when scientists successfully cloned a frog using a method known as nuclear transfer. This involved removing the nucleus from an egg cell and replacing it with the nucleus from a different cell. The egg then developed into a frog that was genetically identical to the frog from which the nucleus was taken. However, it wasn't until 1996 that a major breakthrough occurred. A team of scientists led by Dr. Ian Wilmot at the Roslin Institute in Scotland created a stir worldwide when they announced the birth of Dolly, the first mammal to be cloned from an adult cell. Dolly was created using a refined method of nuclear transfer. The nucleus from a mature sheep cell was inserted into an egg cell that had its nucleus removed. The resulting embryo was then implanted into a surrogate mother, and after a normal gestation period, Dolly was born. This was a landmark event because it proved that the DNA from an adult cell, which is already specialized and taken on specific roles, could be used to create a whole new organism. This was something that had been deemed impossible by many scientists. The birth of Dolly was met with both awe and controversy. It raised hopes for the potential of cloning in medical and agricultural applications, but it also sparked a heated debate about the ethical implications of cloning, particularly when it came to the possibility of cloning humans. The success of Dolly the sheep opened a Pandora's box of possibilities and controversies, leading us to the question, can humans be cloned? Human cloning, the creation of a genetically identical copy of a human being, has remained largely theoretical, but why? When we delve into the realm of human cloning, we're stepping into uncharted territory, an area fraught with scientific, ethical, and moral challenges. It's a leap into the unknown, a plunge into waters that are as murky as they are deep. The scientific challenges are enormous. Cloning requires a level of precision and understanding of the human genome that, despite our progress, we're still striving to achieve. It's not simply a matter of copying and pasting genetic code. Each clone would require a perfectly replicated set of DNA, an intricately detailed blueprint that's made up of more than 3 billion base pairs. Any error, no matter how minuscule, could have catastrophic consequences. But beyond the scientific hurdles, there are ethical and moral concerns that are equally, if not more, daunting. Are we playing God by creating life in this manner? What would it mean for our understanding of individuality and identity? Would a clone have the same rights as a naturally born human? These are questions that we, as a society, are grappling with. Then there's the moral dilemma. If we have the capacity to clone a human, does that mean we should? What about the potential for exploitation or the creation of a class of designer humans? And let's not forget the potential for harm to the clone itself. What kind of life would it lead? Would it be destined to live in the shadow of its genetic predecessor? Despite our technological advancements, human cloning remains a contentious issue. It's a Pandora's box that, once opened, could change the course of human history. It's a leap into the unknown, a journey that could redefine what it means to be human. The debate on human cloning is far from over as we grapple with its implications. We're standing on the precipice of a new era, a time when science fiction could become reality. But before we take that leap, we must ensure that we're ready to face the consequences, whatever they may be. What does the future hold for human cloning? Is it a path we are ready to tread? As we stand at the precipice of a new era, the future of human cloning is both intriguing and contentious. Ongoing research in the field is rapidly progressing, yet it remains shrouded in uncertainty. Scientists are exploring the possibility of using cloning for regenerative medicine to grow organs or tissues that could potentially save lives. Imagine a world where organ donors are no longer needed because we can grow a new heart, liver, or kidney in a lab. It sounds like something out of a science fiction novel, doesn't it? But it's not as far-fetched as you might think. However, the potential benefits of human cloning don't come without a hefty dose of ethical dilemmas. The idea of creating a genetic duplicate of a person raises a myriad of questions about identity, individuality, and the very essence of what it means to be human. Moreover, there are concerns about the potential for exploitation and misuse. Could cloning be used for nefarious purposes, to create armies of identical soldiers, or to resurrect the dead? The debate around human cloning is heated and multifaceted, with experts from various fields weighing in. Bioethicists argue that we need to tread carefully, ensuring that our fascination with scientific advancement does not supersede the value we place on human dignity and rights. Meanwhile, scientists and researchers are eager to unlock the potential of this technology, but they too recognize the need for stringent regulations and oversight. Despite the controversies, it's undeniable that human cloning has the potential to revolutionize medicine and change the way we understand life itself. But are we ready to embrace such a radical shift? The answer is not clear-cut, and opinions vary widely. As we look towards the future, we must grapple with these questions and engage in thoughtful, informed discussions. Only then can we navigate the complex terrain that lies ahead. Only time will tell if human cloning becomes a part of our reality, or remains a fascinating concept confined to the realm of science fiction. As we've seen, human cloning is a complex and controversial topic that stirs up a lot of questions and debates. It's a realm that bridges the gap between science fiction and reality, sparking our curiosity and pushing us to explore the boundaries of what we understand about life and our own existence. We journeyed back in time to the birth of cloning, when scientists first delved into the fascinating world of genetic replication. This was an era marked by groundbreaking discoveries, and yet, it was just the beginning of a journey that continues to this day. We then stepped into the world of challenges that human cloning presents. It's a leap into the unknown, a realm filled with ethical dilemmas, scientific hurdles, and societal concerns. Questions about identity, individuality, and the very essence of what makes us human are at the forefront of these discussions. We took a glimpse into the potential future of human cloning, a future that, while still shrouded in uncertainty, is undeniably fascinating. We pondered on how this technology could revolutionize medicine, perhaps even giving us the power to combat diseases that have long plagued humanity. But we also reflected on the potential risks, the unforeseen consequences that could arise from tampering with the very fabric of life. As we wrap up this exploration, it's important to remember that while the science of cloning is rapidly advancing, the ethical and societal implications are equally important to consider. It's a delicate balance that requires thoughtful dialogue, careful research, and responsible action. While the future of human cloning remains uncertain, one thing is clear: the discussion around it continues to push boundaries and challenge our understanding of life itself. Thanks for joining us on this exploration into the intriguing world of human cloning.